What's up, guys? Do you want to make your stream cleaner, crisper, maybe attract some more viewers? Well, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to be teaching you the best settings for Twitch on bitrate and the ideal resolutions that you should be streaming at to keep those viewers around and keep things looking the best possible. What's up, guys? I'm KP, and before we get started, I just want to let you know real quick that I do stream on Twitch on Monday and Friday nights and Thursday and Saturday mornings. The link to that will be down in the description below. If you want to come in and chat or ask me any more questions about this video or any other streaming related tips and advice. So before we get into the best settings, we need to know a little bit about what bitrate actually is, and we'll do it really quick, so just bear with me. Bitrate is basically the data or the bandwidth in which you are sending your video to your streaming service. So if you're sending 6,000 bitrate to Twitch, that means that you're approximately using 6 megabits worth of upload speed to send that video to Twitch. Depending on your video resolution and even your frame rate is going to determine how much bitrate you need to send to get good quality out of that resolution and frame rate. With a higher frame rate and resolution, you're going to require more bandwidth, more bitrate. And if you are streaming at, say, 720p 30, you're going to not require a whole lot. So in order to properly judge how much bandwidth and bitrate you actually can use, we need to know what your internet speed is. So I'll leave a link down in the description for speedtest.net. All you got to do is click on that link and hit go, and it's going to test your internet speed connection. It'll look something like this. As soon as you do the test, you're going to be looking for your upload speed. It'll be up here in the top right corner here. Basically, with your internet upload speed, in order to be safe when you're using your bitrate, you want to stay somewhere around half to 2/3 maximum of your upload speed. The reason for that is if you're gaming online or somebody else is using the internet or something, you need to leave room for those internet services to connect with the devices that you're using to keep you active. If you are using every bit of bitrate to send your stream to Twitch or YouTube and you've run out of everything else, as soon as you need some upload speed to send some information from the game you're playing to the server, your stream is going to suffer by dropping frames, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience for you or your viewer. Another thing that you need to be mindful of, depending on what streaming service you're using, is the limit on how much bitrate you can actually use. Twitch has a cap of 6,000 kilobits per second or 6 megabits per second upload bitrate to their service. YouTube, on the other hand, if I'm not mistaken, has something like 30,000 if you're going for 4K video. So I don't know why anyone would ever want to stream at 4K necessarily, but it's there if you ever decided to do so. So now that we've gotten that stuff out of the way, I'm gonna give you a quick rough estimate on the minimum and maximum bit rates that you should probably be using per resolution and frame rate settings. So as a general rule of thumb, for 720p 30 FPS streams, you want to be somewhere in the vicinity of 2,000 to 3,000 bit rate. Anything lower than 2,000 and your stream quality will suffer. Anything over that and you're kind of reaching the point of diminishing returns. As far as 720p 60, you need to be a little higher at 3,000 to 4,500. 3,000 is definitely the bare minimum, and you might get a little bit of graininess, but you're still going to get that extra smooth frame rate. But if you can push it a little bit more, 3,500 to 4,500 is definitely the higher sweet spot on quality for 720p 60. Bumping up to 1080p 30, you're going to be more in the range of 3,500 to 5,000 bit rate. And again, it just depends on what you're doing and how much internet connection you have available. And then for 1080p 60, you're gonna not want to go anything below 4,500. I'd say 5,000. And then again, for Twitch, you would max out at 6K. 6K is definitely the ideal for 1080p 60 because not only are you sending high resolution, but you're sending quick frame rates. I'm also going to put an image up right now as a quick cheat sheet on all the resolutions and the bitrate recommendations that I have that you can either screenshot or save for a later date. And just remember, using a bitrate too low or too much lower than these estimations that I've given you will result in a very poor quality stream that looks something like this. And if you're using a bitrate that's too high, you're hitting that range of diminishing returns where you're just sending extra bitrate that isn't even needed to get the good quality that you're looking for out of that resolution, thus making it harder for other viewers to watch your stream. Now, that being said, I know some of you guys are super excited because you're like, yes, my PC can handle 1080p 60 streaming, and now I know that my internet can handle it too. But before you get too excited, let me just warn you on something real quick and tell you why it's probably not the best idea for you. The first thing is, as affiliate, you don't get encoding options, which basically means that if a viewer can't handle the amount of resolution and bitrate that you're sending to them, they're out of luck. They won't be able to watch your stream because they can't downscale that video to say 720p or 480p to allow either their mobile network, or if they're in another country and they have slower internet, to be able to watch your stream smoothly. They're gonna start buffering and chopping out, and they're gonna lose quality, and they're just gonna end up leaving. Unless you start streaming at a very low traffic time of streamers as an affiliate, you're probably not gonna get those encoder options. It does happen, say if you start really, really late at night or really early in the morning in the US, I can get those encoder settings sometimes. If I'm streaming at say like 6 a.m. Eastern time, I can get those encoder settings. But if you're streaming any night during the week, say, I don't know, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., you will not get those because all of the partnered streamers are streaming and they get the priority. That means that if you're streaming at a 6K bitrate, that is what your viewer has to have internet-wise and download speed in order to watch your stream. So again, if somebody is from a different country and they don't have 6 megabits per second download, or somebody on their mobile phone or on a hotel Wi-Fi traveling doesn't have 6 megabits a second download, they're not going to be able to watch your stream. And some people might say, hey, I'm buffering, what's going on? I know my internet's okay, but I can't watch the stream. But some people, if they come in and they're immediately buffering or it doesn't look good for them, then they're probably not going to say anything and they're just going to leave. And now you've lost that viewer potentially forever. And that's why I believe the real sweet spot for streaming is really 720p 60. If you are playing games, playing first-person shooter games, anything with fast movement, 720p 60 is going to be that perfect range for you. And you can stream that at anywhere, like I said, from 3,000 to 4,500. 4,500 is pushing it. I would say that 3,500 is probably that sweet area that you don't want to go too far above as an affiliate until you get partner status and you get those encoding options. The other one you could stream at, say if you're just chatting or you're playing a leisure game like Among Us, or something with not a lot of movement, slow movement, you could run at 1080p 30 so that you get that crisper quality looking resolution just with a lower frame rate. And again, same thing, you could stream that at 3,500 to 4,000 bitrate and it would look great. That's personally what I do. If I'm streaming Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever, I'm gonna use 720p 60 so my viewers get that crisp, smooth frame rate and still good resolution video. But if I'm just chatting or I'm playing a game like Among Us, like I said, I'll use 1080p 30 so they get that better resolution, but it's not needed for the frame rate. All right, guys, so just a quick recap of a couple key points when you're choosing bitrate. Too low of a bitrate causes pixelation and makes it look worse than the resolution that you're trying to achieve. Too high of a bitrate is adding unnecessary bandwidth that a viewer needs to watch your stream. Also, the key and best bitrates and resolutions, in my opinion, is 720p 60 for fast gameplay streams and 1080p 30 for just chatting or slower frame rate streams. So that's just about everything you need to know as far as bitrate goes and how to get a banging stream at the right bitrate so that people can watch you and your content without an issue. Again, I stream on Twitch on Monday and Friday nights and Thursday and Saturday mornings. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in my chat. And also, please don't forget to like this video if it helped you, hit that subscribe button, and tick that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I come out with a new video. This channel is going to be based on bringing you tips and tricks when it comes to streaming and video production, along with some occasional gameplay thrown into the mix. Without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!